Good evening. Thank you for coming out. I am Jody Sasway Reyes. I have a new last name for a lot of you that have known me through the years. Like Alonzo. Oh, talk up. Okay, project to the back of the room. Like Alonzo, I'm part of this community. I was born and raised here, and I've spent the last 29 years with the police department providing public outreach and community services. I do public information and public education. And what I'm here tonight to help with is impart some security best practices to help you feel safe in your home. So all of these things that you see, plus many more, are in a home security guide that can be found on our website in its entirety. It takes a top to bottom, stem to stern approach to securing your house from even down the street. What I'm going to talk about tonight is just a few of the simple tips that you can go home tonight and just start doing. The first one, of course, is locking your doors. It's very important, all of the doors. This means the pedestrian door into the garage, the door from the garage into the house. All of these doors should be solid wood doors, and they should have deadbolt locks on them so that you're properly secured inside your house. This means someone can't walk in and surprise you. You know you have good security. Also, get in the habit when you go home for the evening or whenever during the day, in the evening, you walk in, you shut the door behind you, and you automatically lock that door. It's just a best practice to do that every time you go through a door. The second best practice I can impart that's a good tip that you can go home and start doing is outside lighting. You should light up the outside of your house a little bit all night long. It doesn't have to be lit up like an airport runway. A little bit of light all night goes a long way. It makes somebody have to stand in a light if they want to tamper with your house because your doors are now locked. It also gives you the advantage that if you're inside a dark house in the middle of the night and they're standing in the light, you can see them and they cannot see you. You also want to have lights inside the house that come on timers, especially when we're in the winter months and it gets dark at 5 o'clock. You never want to come home to a completely dark house. You want timers that simulate movement and activity through your house with lights so that you're giving the impression somebody is at home all the time, not just when you come home and turn on the lights. It's a simple thing to do. You can even simulate activity in a bedroom with lights on a timer. A light can come on and go off like someone's gone into that bedroom and come back out of that bedroom. The next thing on our list is never confronting someone you don't know who's around your house or trying to enter your house. No matter who they are, no matter who you are, men, women, anybody, you shouldn't confront somebody who's attempting to enter your house because you have no idea what is influencing them. They could be under the influence of drugs, or anything. So your goal is to move away and not go towards. Move away, get on that phone, call us. That's our job. The quicker you call us, the quicker we can get there and help you and confront this person for you. So move away. So it leads us to knowing where your exits are. So whether that is a room you can barricade yourself in that has a lock on it, or whether that means going through your house and out the front door into a neighbor's house. Calling, hey Sally, I'm on my way, open the door. Remove yourself from the situation instead of putting yourself in a situation. So when you're at home, just take a look around and say, hey, if I'm laying here in the middle of the night and I hear noise and I think someone's trying to come in, what am I going to do? Get on the phone, 911, get moving away from the threat. Garage door openers. How many of you have a garage door opener in your car? It's a key to your house. So your car's in the driveway, your car's unlocked, your garage door opener's inside. We need to use caution because very often we get garage door openers taken from cars and then they can be used on your house. So you don't want to leave garage door openers behind in an unattended car, especially an unlocked unattended car. Alarms and cameras. When tragic events occur and we become concerned about our personal safety at home, we think about alarms and cameras, putting those on our houses. While they're great tools, you have to keep in mind they are not physical security for your home. The physical security are the locks on your doors, lights, things that stop somebody from entering your house. Cameras or an alarm system is an alert to someone trying to enter your house. If that's something you choose to have, it's a good tool, but don't let it take the place of the physical security of your house. You still want to lock your doors. You still want to turn on lights. You still want to have good physical security, as well as cameras. Cameras can be gotten very inexpensively. You know, everybody's heard of Ring probably, where, you know, it's the doorbell camera that's watching people. These are great tools, but they don't take the place of physical security. They capture an image. And a lot of times we're collecting the images after something has occurred. So you want to prevent it from occurring, and then add these layers on top. Again, this guide in its entirety is on our website. If you need help with door locks or types of doors or types of windows, all that information is in there for you to review. You can even see a 3-part video series that's on there if you'd rather watch it as a video, where it talks about the external environment, lights, landscaping, trees, house numbers, the perimeter, securing things, and then the interior, what should be going on the inside. What you want people to think from a distance is that you're at home all the time and that there's activity in there. That increases their threat of being caught. The next thing is sense of community. So you're in your house, you feel secure. You want to expand that. You don't want to just be secure in your house, you want to be secure in your neighborhood and in your community. And that means collaboration. You need to figure out what's normal in your neighborhood. Who lives where, what cars belong, whose dog is what's normal, so you can quickly identify what is not normal and then understand your resources to take action. These are the best tips for us. People who know that's not normal, I'm calling the police right when something's taking place. There's also a number of ways that you can collaborate that we help you communicate when you collaborate. Neighborhood Watch, the old school Neighborhood Watch, been around since the 70s, still exists. We also have Nextdoor. How many of you participate in Nextdoor? I think we have 37,000 people registered to the Nextdoor database. Nextdoor is geographically based. So you can say, this is my group, these are the people I want to talk to. Keep in mind with Nextdoor, even though some of you may have seen me post to Nextdoor, I cannot read what you're posting. It's got a feature that does not allow Big Brother to read what you're saying. So if you're talking to each other about a problem, about crime, someone needs to come out of that group and let me know, or somebody at the police department know what you're talking about, so that we can help and provide information for you to take back into your group. So that's the biggest misconception, is that we can read that. People say, hey, you need to read this post. Even if you send me a link, I cannot follow it. It won't allow me in. And also you can even create a closed Facebook group that's just your group. Any method you use is a method to communicate, and it's great because we need you guys to collaborate and work together as a team. And really, we need that old-fashioned Mayberry where we care about each other. And we're going to look out for each other. And when we hear suspicious things or see things going on in someone's car or whatever, we're going to call because we care about our neighbors and what's going on. The next thing is assessing resources. When you know what's normal, that allows you to be the eyes and ears of your community. And we need those phone calls. You live there, you know what's supposed to be happening. A police officer can drive through many times a day, but because they don't live there, they don't necessarily know what's normal. So you giving them that tip that this is out of the ordinary, this is suspicious, allows them to then redirect and make contact with that person. If there's nothing going on, there's no harm in calling us into your area. The more you call us into your area for suspicious activity, the more message you're sending to people, you're on it, and you're not going to allow problems. I tell people in their neighborhood to take the Disneyland approach. You're not being confrontational. You're not saying, hey, what are you doing in my neighborhood? You don't belong. From a distance, you say, good afternoon, how are you? Keep walking down the street. Disneyland never has a negative interaction on Disneyland's campus. They always just meet and greet. They think you're shoplifting. They come up and say, hey, how are you today? Are you having fun? 2 seconds later, hey, how are you today? You having fun? 2 seconds later, hey, how are you? People get the message, right? You're sending a message, you're being friendly, but you're telling that person, I've seen you, I can identify you. Have a good day. They're like, another neighborhood. So, I'm not telling you to get up close to anybody, from a distance. Nice day, that type of thing. When to call the police department. That number we've seen up there before, make sure it's in your phone. That's the non-emergency number, 24 hours a day. The best time to call is when something's happening. The sooner you get us called, the quicker we can get there and help you out. We get calls 20 minutes later, 2 days later, 2 months later. When it's happening is the best time to call. We have all kinds of other resources on our website, all kinds of prevention tips. There's tools for reporting, all kinds of information on there to help you out. Communication. We want you to communicate with your neighborhood, but we also need you to communicate with us. This modern age, we're always communicating, and we're always looking for tools to help us communicate with you. And we try to find you where you are. And times are constantly changing. How many people remember MySpace? Well, MySpace was the beginning, and now we have all these different things. So we have a traditional website that you can find our news stories. You can find all kinds of resources like I've mentioned before. We also work, as you see, with the traditional media that's here this evening with us. And then we also work with social media. You know, we can't move forward if we don't adapt to what's going on, the tools that we need, and now what we're doing is on social media. So on Facebook, we tell a lot of stories. It's kind of story-based. On Twitter is more of a fast-paced news channel, so it's a place to get information when things are going on. Instagram is photo stories, and it's kind of a younger crowd. We try to get hip and be on Instagram. I've been around a long time. It's not always easy for me to try to figure out how to say something hip. But there's a lot of young officers here who are very good at this and help me out. Nextdoor we talked about, and YouTube. The City of Carlsbad has a YouTube channel, and we've created all kinds of videos to help you with prevention. So it's a good resource for you. Email alerts. You can register if you go on the city's website. There's information on how to register for email alerts. Email alerts don't alert you to all crimes. It alerts you to crime trends that are brewing and other things. And finally, crimemapping.com. If you want to know about all the crime cases filed in your area, you would go to crimemapping.com, register your area and a radius, and it will send you information on crime that's occurring in your neighborhood. So through all of this, you can see that collaboration and teamwork is our best bet at enhancing crime prevention in the community of Carlsbad. And I would like to thank you again for coming out tonight.